Are you struggling with cravings and wondering if that is what's holding you back from your health goals, your weight loss goals, and balancing your hormones? If so, this mini training is for you. My name is Brianna Wilkerson. I am a holistic health coach and I help Christian women ditch dieting and lose weight that lasts. I'm also an essential oils advocate and really support women in using those non-toxic solutions for their health and those they love. And today I just wanted to dive a little bit deeper into talking about 3 sources of cravings that could be holding your hormones and weight loss goals back. So cravings are something I think most of us struggle with. Most of us women struggle with. You're not alone in that. And I think often we think that either we don't have self-control or it's something that, oh man, like it's what's holding me back. If only I didn't give into that. If only I didn't do this. But what's actually interesting is that your cravings are triggered by much more than just your desires. There's actually something that could be going on emotionally, physically, or mentally that is causing you to crave certain foods. It can be triggered by, sights, sounds, aroma, your environment, stress, and so much more. A perfect example of this is maybe if you go to a mall and you smell like Auntie Anne's pretzels, which are amazing, and suddenly you're like, I want Auntie Anne's pretzels, right? Because that smell brings back something in your limbic system or your brain saying, oh man, this is good. Go get it again because you love it. But there are some other sources of cravings, right? There are some other causes. And one of them is what I like to call the lack of primary food. Primary food is a concept that I learned during my time at Integrative Nutrition, Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And primary food is what feeds us outside of what's on our plate. On our plate that's actually considered secondary food. What primarily feeds us are our relationships, physical activity, our career, our purpose, our calling. It's stuff outside of actually our physical body. So when we have a lack of something in those areas, often we're craving something. We're craving it, but we actually think we're craving food or we're craving this. We're craving something that can satisfy that lack within us. So one of the ways to get around that is really ask yourself, where in my life am I lacking connection? Am I lacking just things that I need? And how can I really meet those? And the second is actually very, I think most people know this, but it's water. Lack of water could be sending the message to you that you're thirsty and on the verge of dehydration. And often we think, okay, well, I should drink water sometimes if you remember that you're dehydrated or if you know. But dehydration can manifest actually as mild hunger and a bunch of other things. So the first thing you want to do when you feel like, okay, I'm craving something is actually to drink a cup of water as well. And then after that, you ask yourself, okay, am I still hungry or is something else going on? Excess water can actually also cause cravings. So if you're drinking too much water, and you'll know, you're just going to be peeing all the time. Even when you're not pregnant, you'll just be peeing all the time. And you're just you basically are flushing out too much, the balance of salt and all that in your body is just, it's not there because you're just drinking too much water. And then the third is actually lack of nutrients. So your body needs nourishment. That is why we should eat. We need to fill it with things that is going to give it what it needs to survive, not just so we can be a certain weight, but so that we can flourish and thrive. So if you're lacking maybe magnesium or you're lacking salt or you're lacking sometimes even sugar, your body will just tell you, hey, you need this. So it will crave something. But more often than not, when it's in that what we call fight or flight mode, that survival mode, it's going to crave something that's going to give you immediate fix versus something you really need. So you'll be craving caffeine, you'll be craving that donut, all those things. So 3 sources of cravings for you to think about when you're craving something are lack of primary food, like those things that feed you outside of your plate, water, maybe you're dehydrated or you're drinking too much water, maybe also you're lacking some sort of nutrition, vitamin, mineral, or something like that. So try to address those and then also practice something I call the HOLT method. Asking yourself if you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And if you're hungry enough to eat broccoli and fish, you're hungry. If not, ask yourself what else is going on. So I would love to hear from you. Of those 3 sources of cravings above that I mentioned, which one applies to you? Which one do you really think is the source of your cravings that you constantly experience? Would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. And then also I would love to invite you into my masterclass that I'm doing tonight called Balancing Your Hormones Masterclass and Losing Weight That Lasts. It is going to be a free masterclass for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. This is actually in a class that will be added to my signature courses. So there's going to be a lot of good information, but you're going to be really get the tips you need to not just manage your cravings, but balance your hormones, get your body back in alignment, and figure out what lifestyle changes, as well as what essential oils could really support you in doing that. And I'm also going to be sharing a special opportunity I have for you to kind of jump in and work with me one-on-one if you're looking for further support. Okay, so go to madewell345.com/hormones. Join us tonight live, and the replay will be available for about 48 hours. And if somehow you're watching this and the hormones class is passed, I still actually encourage you to book a clarity call with me. madewell345.com/clarity. And that is where we can talk together about what is your major health goal, what could be holding you back, and then maybe what's one step for you to go forward, and then one way that I can help you. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this training, and I'll talk to you soon.